In the world obsessed with alpha males and beta followers, something more powerful moves in the shadows. While others fight for social status and validation, true, Sigma males operate on an entirely different frequency, and their actions prove it. Being a Sigma isn't about posting quotes or calling yourself one. It's not about trying to seem mysterious or acting like you don't care. The real signs show up in your natural behaviors, the ones you don't even think about. You can't fake these traits or practice them in the mirror. They're either part of your core programming or they're not. And if you have to try to display them, you're probably not what you think you are. Here's the truth that most won't tell you. Real Sigma males often don't even know they're Sigma males. They're too busy living life on their terms to care about labels or social hierarchies. Their actions speak so loudly that they never need to announce themselves. Let's explore 6 actions that prove your true Sigma male behaviors so natural to them that they probably never realized they were signs. You might even recognize these patterns in yourself, and finally understand why you've always felt different from the crowd, not because you're trying to be, but because it's simply who you are. Number 1. You build everything in silence. Have you ever noticed how some achievements feel more satisfying when no one knew they were coming? That moment when you reveal something you've been quietly working on for months, and people's jaws droop because they had no idea. The sociologist Irving Goffman introduced the concept of front stage and backstage behavior, revealing that most people live for the front stage where they're seen and validated, but real growth happens backstage in solitude. Goffman believed that those who thrive backstage are the ones who eventually dominate the front stage without even trying this perfectly, describes Sigma males. The backstage isn't just a retreat, it's where they do their best work, while others document every step of their journey on social media, looking for likes and validation. Sigma males are too busy actually doing the work to talk about it. Think about your biggest accomplishments, the skills you've mastered, the goals you've reached, the life you've built. How many people knew about these while they were in progress? Probably very few, because you understand something instinctively. Talking about your moves takes energy away from making them. Dr. Robert Cheney, a leading expert in influence psychology, explains this phenomenon. The moment you publicly commit to a goal, you receive a premature sense of completeness that reduces your motivation to actually achieve it. This is why Sigma males instinctively keep their moves private. They understand that silence preserves momentum. This isn't about being mysterious or secretive. It's about focus. When you're building something, whether it's a business, a skill, or your own life, you're fully immersed in the process. The thought of stopping to post updates or seek validation feels as natural as stopping a good movie every 5 minutes to tell everyone what you think about it. Watch how you handle new projects. No announcements, no progress reports on social media, no seeking approval at every step. You simply identify what needs to be done, create your plan, and execute the results. Speak for themselves. This approach gives you something precious, the freedom. Number 2, your inner monologue never stops. Have you ever found yourself in the middle of a conversation while another dialogue runs in your head? That constant string of thoughts, analysis and observations that never quite shuts off, even when you're supposed to be in the moment. Psychologist Dr. Thomas Hardy described this as perpetual internal processing, a trait particularly pronounced in Sigma males. While others live primarily in the external world, your mind constantly runs multiple tracks, processing experiences on different levels. Simultaneously, your brain is like a background program that's always running during meetings. You're not just hearing words, you're connecting dots from past conversations, predicting future implications, spotting inconsistent NCs. This is why Sigma males often appear quiet in groups. They're processing information at a depth that others rarely reach. This non-stop mental activity isn't overthinking, it's your natural operating system. While others take things at face value, your mind automatically digs deeper, looking for connections, meanings and possibilities others might miss. For Sigma, Males, this constant analysis becomes both their greatest strength and their daily challenge. It can be exhausting sometimes when others are relaxing. Your mind is still spinning, turning over ideas, replaying conversations, solving problems you haven't even encountered yet. That's why Sigma males often need more alone time. They require space to process this constant stream of thoughts. The fascinating part: this internal dialogue isn't just random chatter, it's your mind's way of making sense of the world, creating connections and seeing patterns that aren't obvious to others. While most people need external input to reach deeper understanding, Sigma males naturally operate at this level of analysis because sometimes the loudest conversations happen in complete silence. And while others are busy reacting to life, your mind is quietly understanding it. Number 3, you don't chase after anyone. There's something strange about the way value works in human relationships the moment you start chasing something or someone you've already placed them above you. This kind of thing happens all the time at jobs or in dating, and Sigma males instinctively understand it. Think about the last time someone played hard to get. While others might have doubled their efforts, you felt your interest fade. Not because you couldn't pursue them, but because the very act of needing to chase feels unnatural to you. Dr. Emma Richards says, the act of pursuit fundamentally changes the power dynamic in any relationship. Those who don't feel compelled to chase often maintain the most balanced connections. This explains why Sigma males typically end up in relationships where mutual respect comes naturally. Look at any situation where others are scrambling for attention: professional networking events, social gatherings, dating apps. While most people are busy trying to be noticed, you're simply being yourself. The difference is obvious. They chase you. Attract this isn't about being cold or distant. It's about understanding of fundamental truth. Genuine connections, real opportunities, and true respect don't require pursuit. They develop naturally. Number 4, you notice details that others miss. Why is it that you pick up on subtle cues that seem to fly past everyone else? Why do you see patterns that others don't, or anticipate problems before they arise? Neuroscience offers an interesting explanation. What we call attention to detail actually stems from differences in sensory processing. Dr. Rachel Chen's research reveals that certain individuals have heightened sensory gating, meaning their brains filter out less information than the average person. This allows for a higher level of detail processing and pattern recognition, meaning Sigma males are naturally more attuned to sub-environmental cues. This also explains why you may be sensitive to loud noises or chaotic environments. Your brain is processing more information than most people's. Think of your mind like a high-resolution camera where others use smartphone snapshots. You don't just see a person speaking, you notice their micro-expressions, the way their words don't match their tone, the SLE contradictions in their story. This isn't something you try to do, it's your brain's default setting. This heightened awareness extends beyond people. You spot opportunities others miss, detect problems before they surface, and recognize patterns that haven't fully emerged yet. Sigma males often find themselves predicting outcomes that seem obvious to them, but surprise everyone else. But this gift comes with its own weight. Sometimes you wish you could turn it off, stop noticing the layers of meaning in every interaction, the hidden motives, the unspoken truths. But then you remember that this is what makes you who you are, a natural observer, a deep thinker, and a master of detail. As Albert Einstein once said, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing, and for Sigma males, curiosity isn't just a trait, it's essential to their identity. While others skim the surface, you dive deep, uncovering truths hidden in plain sight. Your mind, finely tuned to the details, gives you an edge that few can match. It's not just about noticing more, it's about understanding what others can't even see in a world of noise. Your clarity is your power. Number 5, You do your best thinking alone. Why is it that your mind works differently in solitude? There's a psychological reason for this. In a group, your brain dedicates about 30% of its processing power to managing social dynamics alone. All that cognitive energy gets redirected to pure thought. Experts have discovered that solitary thinking activates unique neural pathways compared to group thinking. The brain's default mode, network responsible for deep insights and creative connections, performs at its best in isolation. This is why Sigma males naturally seek solitude for their most important decisions. The introvert's brain actually processes information more deeply than the extrovert's. While extroverts' minds light up at external stimulation, introverts' brains show more activity in regions associated with complex problem-solving and internal processing for Sigma males. This translates to a natural preference for solo strategic thinking. Your mind operates like a high-performance engine. It needs the right conditions to reach maximum output. Groups, noise and social pressure act like sand in the gears. But in solitude, your thought process becomes crystal clear, accessing deeper levels of analysis and creativity that aren't possible in social settings. This explains. Number 6, you have no desire to be the center of attention. While others thrive on being noticed, you've always been more comfortable in the background for Sigma. Males, attention isn't a goal, it's a distraction. You understand that being in the spotlight often comes with superficial expectations and wasted energy. Instead, you prefer to focus on what truly matters, doing the work, staying authentic, and maintaining your independence. The American psychologist Daniel Goldman explains that those who avoid the limelight often have a strong sense of self. They don't need external validation to feel fulfilled, and their confidence comes from within. This is why Sigma males have no desire to seek attention or approval. Their sense of self-worth isn't tied to the opinions of others, and they don't feel a constant need for reassurance. You may not speak the most in groups, but you're often the one people turn to for clarity or direction. Your quiet presence commands respect because your actions and insights consistently prove your worth. This mindset can completely change the energy around you when others fight to be seen. Your ability to remain detached and composed naturally draws attention, but for you, that attention is merely a byproduct, not the goal. You don't need the spotlight because your impact is felt whether you're in it or not. If this video resonated with you, consider subscribing to our channel for more content on Sigma males and other related topics. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay strong and keep evolving.